gorgeous ones. How are you today? So, looks like it's going to be an interesting day for some of you. I know you all see that one, and you see this one, and you see this one. So, hello, hello, welcome everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am the modern day spiritual advisor. I use multiple modalities, including tarot, to help you on your path. And now the author of my upcoming book series, Concepts Create Reality. So, my gorgeous ones, one thing before I get started, I want to mention, because we only have so many days before my very first special. I have a Halloween special to thank all my YouTubers and to thank all my social media fans and followers, um, because I've grown this channel so quickly. So you can go to my website, yourindigopath2.com. That's the number 2. And there'll be 2 buttons. One says Tarot Happy Halloween for 30 minutes and Happy Halloween for 1 hour. And so that offer ends October 31st or November 1st. So it's through October 31st. So let's get started. I know y'all are excited. So if you've never seen me before, it works like this. I'm going to go into the general energies. I translate what Spirit says, and then I kind of see some of your paths, the bigger energy. They want to remind you it is always up to you whether you want to accept and allow these energies or deny them. That's kind of up to you and your path. Now, when I'm talking about love, love to me is that energy that moves through all vibrations, through frequencies, right? So I could be talking about your family, your friends, your partners, your romantic partners, your friendship partners, your business partners, your money. Like, I could be talking about anything that you've put your energy into, your love into, that comes from your passion and your heart, right? That's what I could be talking about. And it could be more than one thing, because a lot of you are multitaskers. So let's get started. In your first position, look at you. So you have the King of Cups. Listen, for the last, I don't even know how long, the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, like, they keep coming up. So your heart is ready. Like, some of you are really, really ready. Like, you have been through so freaking much that you are ready. Like, look at him. And this isn't gender specific. To me, it's more about the characteristic or the characteristics of this king. So it could be queen, could be whatever gender you identify with. So this is about, the King of Cups is just this beautiful, I don't know, sometimes it takes my breath away because he's just a man, you know. He or she is just this beautiful, beautiful soul who has been through so much. Very, very intuitive. But he's kind of that guy or that woman that can walk in the room and they don't need to say much. Not like an alpha, but kind of like an alpha. I would say like a very evolved, balanced alpha is what I would call it. Like somebody who enters the room and you just know. It's not a fear-based knowing. It's like you just know they know how to handle business. You know that you can see in their eyes like that deep soulfulness, like they're just an old soul. That's this king. This king is extremely intuitive. This king leads by example. He's not the one that's going to be yelling and saying, do this, do that, and this is the way it's going to go because I said, well, that's not this king. This king just, you know, when this king says something or when this king does something, you want to do it because you trust him. Like, you just know that old soul, right? That's this king. And so with your position today, that's how I feel like you're just, what this king does is he lives that evolved vibration, right? And so the way that he leads is he leads by showing. So if he makes the better decisions and thinks about others and keeps his heart open, then he understands that those type of people will want to do, or his, you know, kingdom will want to do better themselves because they see someone doing better, right? And so that's how I feel like you're at today. I feel like whatever situation's going to come up, or just your mood in itself, you're seasoned. That's the word. You're seasoned. you're seasoned. You've been through a lot. You know what you want. You know, I mean, what we want kind of changes as we grow, but right now at this point, you know what you want. You're very seasoned. Um, you're very postured, and you don't have to like yell and scream and get yourself known. Like you just are, right? That's how I feel like you are today. Now, their advice is the lovers. Now, I know everybody when they see this card, they think just romance, but I see it more than just the romance. Of course, it is romance included, and it just kind of depends on your path and where you're at and what you're focused on. But this card is more about, and this is Spirit's advice, this card is more about you being seasoned, you being in this ripened state, ready, um, not yeah, you're ready to create your world, but you've already been creating it and it's becoming aligned. And so the lovers is them saying, now that you're in this state, take a minute when things come to you and understand that when you make a choice about, we'll just say for romance, if you're dating more than one person, you know, you're dating people so that, and this is where people get this wrong, you're dating people because you're testing the waters. Like you're trying to decide, is this person going to match me? That not or am I going to match this person? And sometimes, you know, what one person has, the other one doesn't. And which one do you want? What kind of life do you want? What kind of world are you trying to create? And you know, you can say this in business partners. This person that's come to you and wants to be a business partner or wants to do a project with you, you know, they have talent in some things, but you're going to have to compromise some things. And then maybe this one has talent and um, compromise in other things with this person. So as you're in this state, you decide, like, what do I want to do? You know, am I going to have to, we'll just say business, am I going to have to work longer, but this person has the finances? Or am I going to have to, is this other person very easygoing? He has finances or she has finances, but it's not as much as this one does. But this one who has the finances is also very creative, but they're a little bit harder to deal with. It's like you making your choice. And so the lovers, to me, is a 50-50 card. It's a karmic card. It's a card that says, you know, people come into your life and then you have these experiences and you learn these lessons, and they're not here necessarily to stay. It's like a soulmate. They're not here to necessarily stay, but they are here to help you grow, and you help them grow, and you guys experience in the physical these things that you're wanting to experience. It's the same thing out of romantic relationships. The person that's coming, or the situations that are coming, or the family that's around you, you know, that are having situations that you're having to deal with. Like, this is about you looking at the situation and saying, okay, I'm going to pick wisely because I am creating my world. I am in charge of me. And, you know, I get to say who I want in my world or not, right? That's what they're advising. Just be aware, be conscious, and be aware of the choices, and understand that when you're co-creating, you do have to have compromises, right? So, but if you're the King of Cups, then you know what compromises you want or are willing to have, and which ones you're not, because you're learning your boundaries, right? And all the stuff that you've been going through about learning your boundaries, now it's time to implement those things. It's time to say, all right, this is what I said I wanted. Now these things are coming to me. Am I going to stick to that? Or am I going to revert back to my habits, right? And it's not a right or wrong. It's whatever you want to do. It's your world. It's your life. You came here to experience your life through your aspect, right? So, what it's leading to is the Three of Coins. The Three of Coins to me is the genius card. This is a person who has worked so very hard in the details of the things that they do or want, or the situations, and they've become the master. But the problem is as they're becoming the master, they don't realize it because they've been working so hard and so detailed and so organized about it, and now it's become like, you know, the back of their hand. But then they don't realize that they need to bring it out to the world, right? And so that's why it's a 3 and not a 9. It's a 3 because you're still learning to implement yourself and bring yourself out into the world, being the King of Cups, right? Making these choices. It's time for you to implement, which is what Spirit is saying. Implement the things that you said that you're wanting, the things that you have been studying, the things that you are learning to master. It's time to bring that out into the world. It's time to be who you are. If that is, I have set myself up for this next phase of life to be in a relationship, then it's time to bring that out. If you're saying, I've set myself up to be a multimillionaire, then it's time to bring that stuff out. Okay? So, my gorgeous ones, I hope I helped. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you so very much for watching me every day, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I think I'm going to probably put out the next 3 or 4 because there was a lot of people that emailed me saying, please don't stop the dailies. So, I'll probably upload all of the dailies till Friday today, and then I'll start the monthlies. Okay. All right, my gorgeous ones. Bye.